All right, we are
Live
live.
wire. Oh,
For the Patreon members who join us, thank you.
mhm.
We
Yeah,
appreciate it. And Trey, because this goes out live
big ticket.
today for the Patreon. This episode will come out
Trey
tomorrow for
Mitchell.
all our free members. But with our Patreon members, they have to actually ask us some
Mhm.
questions. So they wrote a few questions for Nick, and please feel free to jump in and answer some questions there.
All right, so I guess we'll jump right in. Okay.
Yeah.
Nick, chapter 2, the Book of Secrets of Giants, which is a really cool book. A journey to uncover the true meaning of strength. Author Alyssa Ages interviews you. There's a passage that reads, in addition to giving him greater courage, lifting also taught him discipline, something he has taken into his life outside the gym. Yeah, I have. If I'm going to learn something, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn it from the top to the bottom, front to back, and I'm going to follow the order you need to do things. Yeah. And it means I don't go. If it means I don't go out and go do something fun, it means I don't go out and do something fun. So I can train back home. So I can train back at home. So be it. I mean, Trey, you know what that's about. You know what that's about a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to have
training by you.
I'm going to have to put discipline. I'm going to have the discipline to put that kind of focus and effort into whatever it is I decide to do. It's kind of crazy. I'm reading a quote that I did that I was asked the question point blank, and just that's what popped into my head, which is very true. I mean, and then it says, could you share your approach to learning and how you would learn something from top to bottom, front to back, and follow the proper order in doing so? So, Trey, you do a lot of that, don't you?
Yeah, learning the hard way sometimes.
Oh boy, do we ever. Yes, we do. But it's kind of one of those things where, I mean, you know this, when you were first learning, you didn't just jump in, you learned how to do everything, right? You learn how to do the events first.
Try to do try to find all the information you could online. Like I didn't have a coach at the time, so just basically go in the gym and practice the event every chance I could get. Every week almost, and you learn what works best for you, and you put it into practice at the comp.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing you need to do in something like that is learn the events. I mean, at that point, when I first started strongman, I'd already been lifting over 20 years, so I knew how my body worked. And I just had to learn the events and then get the right recovery and stuff like that on what to put what events together, training wise, and what to do on different days and stuff like that. Those were kind of big things, but once you figure them out, they don't really change that much. And the closer you get to the contest, the more you train like the contest and drop the assistant stuff off. At least that's what I did. But I mean, you got to learn how to do the movements. You got to learn every intricate detail of the technique of that, and then apply that to your body, because it's going to be different. I mean, the way I do a yoke and the way Trey does a yoke is very different, right, Trey?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
like deadlift form is very different from mine. You have your feet in a lot closer, and like I have mine a little wider.
Yeah.
And like when basically story with the circus dumbbell, like I had starting out as an amateur, I was very bad at the circus dumbbell. So once I was able to get my hands on a plate loaded dumbbell and able to practice it more often, I practice having it balanced on my shoulder and just practicing the press, because that was my issue.
Which is,
and over time and getting closer to the competition, I was able to string the clean, the rack, and press all in together, and was able to get a lot better at it.
Right, and that's kind of the way anything is. So you learn the event, you learn how you're supposed to do it, you learn all the rules for the event, and then you go execute that according to the rules in the way that fits your body the best. And then you develop a training cycle around that for that implement. It's kind of the order that you go in. and then usually start with the one that you're the worst at first and do the ones you're good at later. Put your energy into the ones that you're bad at, so you can improve on those the most. It helps an awful lot. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I mean, and then it's just patience and time and learning, and then talk to people that know more than you do. Run into people, go to competitions,
Mm-hmm.
talk to people. I mean, I people ask me questions, and I'll give them an honest answer. I'll tell them how I did it and I'll look at their technique and go, well, maybe you should try this. You know, I have no problem doing that, and it's kind of one of the things for people to use me as a resource for the experience that I have. Trey, you do that for people too. I mean, you look at something, you tell a guy, hey, I wouldn't pick it up that way. You know, and it's pretty cool. So
spread knowledge.
yeah, it's spread the knowledge and spread it to everybody, because one, it also prevents injuries, and you never want to see anybody get hurt. So it's spreading the knowledge, and it's also, you know, preventing injuries, and then it's just kind of cool. It's a camaraderie thing as well. So it's kind of what's one of the things that's really cool about this sport, actually. You know, getting to hang out with you guys and have fun and stuff like that.
That's it.
All right. Question 2. A conspiracy theory is now widespread. Celebrities have been replaced with clones, and many people have disappeared. Many people believe it and keep spreading it. How can we persuade them to stop? Don't just, when those show up, just block them. If they show up in your social media feed, just kind of go, yeah, whatever, and block it. I mean, with the invention of AI and everything else, it's going to be probably one of the things that destroy society as much as it helps society. Maybe even destroy it more, because people are going to lean on AI and forget how to do things, and then people still look at a screen and believe whatever they see on it, and now they can be altered to a point where it's very hard to tell. Yeah, so basically, if somebody's using that, block it. Real simple. Block the site.
Yeah.
If you think it's fake and it's doing that, block the site, because the thing they're after is people watching it. So if it can never show up in your feed again, they're not going to get what they're after. So don't engage it. Don't write into it. Don't do anything like that. If you want to see something over and over again, engage with it. If you don't want to see it anymore and you think it's crap, don't engage with it. Just hit the thing and block. You'll never see it again. You got any ideas on this one, Trey?
Yeah, like I agree. You know, you give you can see what you give it your attention to. Like you said, you know, if you don't want to see it, you block it. You say, you know, not interested. You know, even if you do the I'm not interested, it'll still pop up. But if you do it, if you do it a couple of times, stop showing them your feed. You know, like if you don't want, you know, any attention from something, don't give it, you know, any attention.
Yep. And Ben, do you agree?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I 100% agree. And you know, I'll give a hidden tip for those. Even if you block it, a lot of times you're going to get it. The best thing to do if you never want to see something in your feed is, as soon as you recognize it's not what you want, immediately, because the faster you swipe through it, the less you'll get it. So a lot of times when you're doom scrolling and something pops up, because you watch it, because your eyes are attached to it, because guess what? It's already been proven that they're tracking our eye movement, they're tracking our breathing, they're tracking all our vitals through our phone. And so the best way to get rid of something that you don't want to see is to, as soon as you recognize, I don't want to see this, immediately, because as soon as the faster you swipe from it, the less you'll get that engagement from whatever you don't want to see. And you know what I'm saying? And this is a proven test, because I've done it, Nick's done it, and I don't know if Trey's done it, but this is something how you get, if you don't want to see something, you don't even have to block it, just immediately swipe from it, because the faster you swipe from it, the less you're going to get it.
True. All right. Well, I hope that helps answer a few of those questions. On to Trey. Trey, congratulations on the Arnold, dude. You did something that Sojourners didn't do.
I got 5 reps with the Austrian Noble.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little debatable, because at the time the Austrian was brand new and like was, you know, still had moisture in it. It was a little heavier, but like I have to go back and see. Like I think he might have had a little more time to do his 4 reps with his 450 log, but still 5 reps, with a 430. Yeah, that's still got to be proud of that.
Yeah, I'll say.
That's a big
That's
achievement.
big.
You know what I'm saying? Making it look easy, too.
How excited are you having a max log at World's Strongest Man?
Oh, it's going to be great, basically, like, it's going to be at the, end of the competition, like, in the finals. But, like, I normally do well with the longer events, the longer competition.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. You absolutely killed it at the Strongest Man on Earth. So, yeah, at the Shaw Classic back in the day.
Yeah, those 8 events or whatever. But, yeah, like, they had Worlds this year. Like this year, they started it last year where we don't have a rest day in between, which can be good, can be a little bit worse. You don't get a little time to recover. But
Yeah, they hate the athletes.
You don't have time to feel beat up.
Yeah, I think some of the producers maybe should make a little less, and the guys should have a couple days to like recover. I mean, it's not like Strongman Survivor.
No.
But I don't know. What do I know? But yeah, I think you're going to do really good in that event. I don't think that one's going to be an issue for you. What do you think of the farmers going into the?
Yeah, this year a little bit lighter farmers, but like we got the anvils. They're coming back. The anvil farmers, like. Farmers are going pretty well. Like I'm working on my grip like I always do. Like trying, like forcing myself. What I was doing for a while, like during the winter season, was plate finger holds with 100-pound plates. You suggested that.
Yeah,
that was going pretty well. Like worked up to 3 1-minute sets.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Fingers start getting a lot stronger, huh?
Then. Yeah, they were going pretty well. I was dealing with like end of January, I was dealing with some finger pain that just popped out of nowhere in my ring fingers. And so it's like, okay, like 3 weeks isn't gonna make it any stronger,
right?
So like took a break, try and let my hands recover, and they're doing a lot better now. But now, like in this prep, I've been doing some behind the back barbell holds, just trying to work up with 2 plates, trying to work up to the same thing, three sets of a minute holds.
Sure. Yeah, I did that with Hawthorne in the garage.
That's
actually. You're doing that on a 2-inch axle. You're doing it on a regular bar.
Regular bar right now, like just trying to strengthen the fingers again. Like the axle bar, like maybe if axle comes up pretty soon in the competition, like I'll probably throw that in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to have like 3 different exercises to rotate through. Do one week, one the next week, and one the next week, and just get overall, your grip better from all 3 phases of it either. It doesn't hurt to do a 3-week rotation on those. It'll actually help you quite a bit. And then even do some arm over arm, just super heavy arm over arm just for practice. Yeah. That'll
if we get competition that has arm over arm. Like there's one that I got to invite later this year that has a arm over arm truck pull. Like practice.
Oh yeah. Well, that's something. That's one of those things you want to throw in about every 4 weeks anyway. Just to throw it in, just to get some grip work and then work on the technique and stuff like that. It'll do nothing but help you. It really will. I mean, not in the last few weeks getting ready for Worlds, but yeah, for the rest of it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The problem, like, we have a quick turnaround after the Arnold for Worlds this year. Like,
there you go.
7 training.
Yeah. How beat up were you?
Yeah. Not too beat up, like too much for going in. Like basically no rest before. Like as soon as I got home, I got home Monday and back to training Tuesday.
Yep, I can see that. Okay, that makes sense.
Chad too.
Chad is. Yeah, he's about being as tough as you can be. He really is.
Oh yeah, we just had him on last week.
I remember when we went to Worlds in Myrtle Beach last time, we went and did a leg day at the local gym there, which was, we had a blast, but I went and was doing leg press and he was doing belt squats. And he used the same weight on belt squats, which was kind of heavy, not real heavy, but kind of heavy. And I think he ends up going to like 200 reps, like set after set after set of like 20 or 30 at a time. And I'm just like, I just looked at him. I'm like, okay. I don't know how he walked the next day. I mean, that is one tough dude.
Yeah.
He really is.
I think he walks around.
What's that?
I think he walks around.
Yep. Yeah, he's not the only one, but hopefully that'll change pretty soon. But
yeah, like
what's that?
Talking a little bit earlier, your hips surgery. Well, like he what year was it? What year? Well, like he had knee surgery, and I went to go up there to get some training in with him. Like, what was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. And like, doctors just like say, hey, don't stay off it for day and a half or whatever. Just put put a little bit of weight on it, but don't walk around on it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, I'm driving around. He likes to say, I'm driving around Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want to stop by the gym to talk to the guys. And it's like, all right, and like we're walking out, and well, they put a nerve blocker in, for surgery.
Yeah,
and we're walking
So he's
out,
fine.
and like, I'm not limping, am I? He's like, I'm feeling pretty good, and like he's just walking, holding his crutches up, and it's like, well, the next day he's like crying and just like, when wore off.
Yeah, the nerve block wears off, and then the pain becomes very real at that point. It's like, what was I thinking?
Very real.
I'm hoping with my surgery, it's not too bad. So, but from all everything I've heard, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, they go in through the kind of like the front side. They clean out the hip. They take it out. They put the new one in, the joint in, and then they do the same thing with the head of it. They take the head off, and then they put the new one in. They put it together. They sew it all up because they don't go through muscle or tendons or ligaments or anything. And then you're out walking. You're done. You walk out of there when they wake you up. And then the doc's like, yeah. I go, how much can I walk after that? He goes, as much as you want. I go, what if I want to go walk for like 8 hours the next day? He goes, yeah, you can do that. He goes, it's in. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to take 6 weeks for the bone to grow into the titanium because it's porous. He goes, so you just got to treat it like you got a fracture. Can't do anything crazy or heavy, but you can walk around and move. He goes, don't run, but you can walk around and move and do stuff. I was like, he goes, as much as you want. I was like, cool. I like that. It's a good thing to hear. So I'm excited about that. We'll see what happens here with this. So
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, get a lot of
be able to
get some mobility back again. But might have to change my deadlift stance.
Trey with Worlds. Well, it'll definitely change the momentum that you have for it, depending on the placement. Maybe you should have the doctors watch a few of your deadlift videos so they can maybe try to line it in.
Good luck. We'll see how that goes. But Trey, man,
exactly.
How about the power stairs? Do you know which ones they're gonna have? Is it the power stairs? Is it the old concrete ones with the really big handles, or are they having different implements for the power stairs this year?
Because the power stair implement they're using this year is going to be the one they had in 22. Like it's the long, tall ones. They've had them before. I don't think there's
they're concrete. It's a metal thing poured around concrete. It's like a cylinder. So the handle's about 1.5 inches inch and a quarter, 1.5 inches. They're a little bigger. So
so it's just gonna for that event is gonna be farmers into the power stairs. It's gonna be short stairs, like 12 inches, but like we got 12 of them.
Yeah. But you can go pretty fast with that. At a foot high, you can come down pretty fast too. You should be pretty
Yeah.
efficient with that. You can move quick when you need to. You're fun to watch, dude. You're pretty athletic. People don't realize how athletic you are for a man being that big. You know, you're pretty quick. So
Yeah, and Chad, this like last prep and this one, we're trying to work on my athleticism more. You know, so I move around easier.
right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, doing broad jumps, you know, side to side jumps. You know, working on the sprint mechanics.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, it should help you move a little quicker. That's for sure. Wouldn't hurt to run a few shuttle drills either, if you know what those are.
Yeah, yeah.
Because those get.
I remember those.
Those get your feet moving quick.
The hard part about that is just like doing it by yourself. You know, like I always like to what I like to, you know, train with a crew. Like it helps you move. You know, pushes yourself. You know, when trying to run sprint against yourself, like
but
don't feel.
Aren't you Trey Mitchell?
Not pushing.
Aren't you Trey Mitchell?
I'm Trey Mitchell.
You can't like let a few people know and invite people over.
Well, it's just I'm in the country, you know, like a hour and a half, 2 hours from Houston. You know, just like,
I'm pretty sure that if you put it out there, if somebody's wanting to train and they're come move all the weights for you and help you and do some of the stuff with you, I'm fairly sure you can probably get 4 or 5 guys that will drive that far at least once, sometimes maybe twice a week to come train with you. All you got to do is put it out there. I think that will probably help you greatly because you won't have to load and unload your weights as much. And they'll learn from you and you'll get the help from them. And when you go to run shuttles and stuff like that, they'll be there to push you. Can't hurt.
I also 5 hours a day.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't think people really understand what a freak of nature you are, because the way you're able to train and still recover from that is absolutely insane. I mean, I just can't fathom. I mean,
well, the other, you know, half of it is lifting the weights. The other half is setting it up.
That's probably why it takes so long.
On the weight.
That's one of the things that's going to slow it down a little bit. So what you're saying is if you get a couple guys that come out there and train with you, it could be a 3.5 workout instead of a 5-hour workout.
Maybe if we don't chit chat.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
Well, you are a chatty Cathy.
I don't know. Like it was like when I was in Las Vegas at one time. Like we get to the gym and like just you know, start to warm up and everything, and then just stand around while you're talking. And it's just like we've been here for 45 minutes and we haven't started lifting weights at all.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I'm the chatty Cathy. Yeah, I know. But
we got this weekend. Nick Guardian, Austin Aldreda, and Andrew Burton from the Arnold. They're coming down. We're going to have a big training.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Make sure you put a lot of that stuff out. Just cut out. Be very choosy with what you guys put out there, but put stuff out there. Yeah. You know, get a little bit of you doing the event, but not enough for people to really figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Kind of the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So, and you're pretty good at the bag toss too. So I think if you get to the final, I think you do pretty good with that one too, right?
Yeah, like that's a little different though. Like it's for distance.
Yeah.
Speed and, you know, straight up.
Yeah, but it's just throwing back instead of forward or up.
You're trying to throw as far back as you can. You got to get a good, you know, projection.
Good arc.
It's a different release. Like I'm trying to work on that. Yeah.
Some of that. Are you watching film on it as you're letting it go?
Yeah, I'm trying to watch it. Yeah, like I don't know. Do you have iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't like this last update. It is.
Yeah, it's completely. No one could get a hold of me for a day because I didn't realize it was shutting off my my or not shutting off, but it was putting me in personal mode by itself. And I was like, and then it changed all the buttons, and there was that change. You really threw a thing in my for a couple of days before they fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't. They still haven't fixed me. Like I try to, I play some music on my phone and try and record a video, and it'll just shut off.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the video will cut off, the music will cut off, and just like
Yeah.
you just like I have to restart my phone half the time.
Yeah.
It's like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
It definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every time they do these big updates, it messes with a lot of people's
You
things.
got a system in
I'm
your
telling
garage, right? Or in your gym, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have a TV in there?
No.
Get a
I don't know. TV in there eventually.
get a smart TV.
So there's so much at my gym. Like I need to figure out a AC system. Either get a either AC or like a porta cool or mini split. That's why mini split.
There you go.
Mini
But
split.
also too, that heat's giving you that extra training factor that and a lot of people ain't gonna have that are training in them standard cozy gyms.
I just wanted to be 95 degrees.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. You hear what he said? 95. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Last year there was like a stretch that was like 2 or 3 weeks. It was over 95 degrees.
Same. It was like that here too. Yeah. It was warm.
Drinking for a gallon of water during the workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just getting drenched. But if you get a smart TV, you can hook it to this system that you have in there to play the music, and you don't need your phone to play the music anymore. So you can put like YouTube on and stuff like that, so you can watch yourself and get fired up. And I need to fix that, and you can do all that at the same time. And you got the TV, so you can do other stuff with it while you're in there as well. So that's kind of what I did. It got around the iPhone not playing through my phone and me trying to record at the same time. So that was the workaround I did with it. And you can pick up the Fire Stick TVs? Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the Rokus.
Yeah, the Rokus. Yeah. You can pick those up for like $200 for like a 55-inch one.
They're cheap.
It's simple stuff.
Eventually, I want to put that on my gym.
Yeah, exactly. But right on. So, which event?
Always
what's up?
The gym's always trying to grow. Find a new equipment.
Are you still Facebook shopping?
Yeah, get the good. You can find so many good stuff on
Facebook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you got any new pieces lately?
Let's see. I would say the latest thing I have is a machine. Like, it's super rare. You've probably seen Brian Shaw use it. Called the Dominator.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the one you put with the kicking, right? Where it's the feet.
No, this one is like has a T handle. And you attach weights to it, and it's chain driven. You twist and press.
Okay, yeah.
Some people.
Man,
I was using that when I first got it for a few weeks, and then was getting closer to competition, so put it on the back burner.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But it's and just looking around for weights. Looking for I'm finding calibrated plates on Marketplace. People they're moving or they don't work out as much as they used to.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not getting rid of my stuff.
I'm not. No, I try to it's crazy. Like I sold some equipment that I wasn't using, just some cheap barbells and stuff, and it's just like, is this still available? Yes. And it's like no response.
No response. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a Facebook connoisseur myself, because that's how I built my whole home gym. And there's a lot of no responses and a lot of responses unanswered. And people are like, "Oh, would you?" And never ever call back.
Yeah,
typical.
Sold bumper plates for $1 a pound, and just 260 pounds. $260, and he's like, "Would you do $200 for this?" He's like, it's $1 a pound. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be.
Ain't gonna get no cheaper.
Ain't gonna get no
Right.
cheaper.
That's
No
it.
kidding. It's funny. It's like, no. I'm
Ugh.
selling it because I don't want to need it or use it anymore, but it's still valuable. I'm not gonna give it to you for free. So yeah, I could see where that's an issue. I mean, unless you're donating it to a school or something.
Well, even at that, there's not one place in any facet around us where you're gonna find weights at $1 a pound.
Not anymore.
Ever again. You know what I'm saying? And if someone's on Facebook Marketplace selling $1, $1 a pound per weight, that's more than a steal. You like asking anything else less than that is disrespectful.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Did you clear COVID area and like right after? Did you like trying to see like people selling like the cap dumbbells, like a 30-pound dumbbell for like
the Walmart one.
Yeah. $400.
Exactly.
Which is absolutely insane. But
exactly.
How long before you have more stuff in your gym than Brian does?
I don't know if he has more space. Like I think he has 500 more square feet than me. Like more
on a building that big, that's not very much. But yeah.
Well, no, he has 4,000 square feet. I have 3,500.
God, that's huge.
Like I go for more. Like I'm more selective. Like trying to find like the good quality stuff. That is what I would.
Yeah.
Like he can have like all the bicep curls and chest presses and all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's doing the arm wrestling stuff.
Well, I'm looking for like back machines and like the rare stuff, like maybe some squat machines. Like I have too many like I got a back attack, Nordic leg curl, like the inverse leg curl. Like,
those are nice.
Yeah.
What you were thinking earlier was the power runner, which like machine, like I don't know if you saw my story like a couple of weeks ago, like I had some bolts and like I just put it in the caption, like those bolts were broken off of the pad, the shoulder pads for the power runner.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a good thing I noticed this before I went.
Yeah.
Trey, you're so strong. You're breaking your machines now. You're stronger than machines.
It's a good thing. It gets me like I just went to the hardware store, got some heavier duty bolts.
Oh yeah, that grade 8.
Yeah.
It's I have better. Like I'm trying to go for this, the high quality, the heavy duty, high quality stuff.
Oh yeah. Stuff that you're going to invest in once.
Well, that's the thing is,
help with performance for strongman.
Yeah.
Oh, it totally makes sense.
Well, also too, so you're putting slightly more weight on it than anyone else would normally put on that.
Yeah. I think you exceeded the intended limit for the machines there, Trey.
Yeah, sometimes.
Got to beef them up a little bit. But so, how excited are you about having a Trump deadlift at Worlds?
The Trump deadlift.
So it's either 360 or 880 or 400.
Yeah, definitely going to go for the heavier deadlift. I think I can pull that off. Like it's not going to be, too many reps that are going to win that event. I think what's the record? 5 is what I was told.
Rano did 6, but I don't think he's going to be doing it this year. So. Oh no, he's breaking up. Trey, you there? Hello? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh yeah, Trey's fine.
I was panicking.
There you go.
Yeah, I think the record's 6. I think you got that, man.
Yeah.
Now, are you gonna pull? Are you gonna pull in a suit, or are you gonna pull raw? I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think you might. I think you might be the one person that can pull 1,100 raw. I think you might be the one guy that does that.
Yeah, like at the Arnold talking with Chad and Big House, like he was like, Chad came up to me and like, Chad, House, thinks, you might be one of the guys that could pull 500 with Raw. And he's like, I think so too. If we get some good, programming in, good training. And he's like, yeah, I know I can. Like, I've always thought like, I could pull it Raw. One day.
Yeah, I believe you can too. I do. I really do. I think you got that kind of power. I think you come in rested and, not overtrained and ready to go. Yeah, you're going to be frightening, like absolutely frightening. It's going to be fun to watch. It really is. What are you doing for the bus pull or the truck pull?
We're that a little bit right now, just with pulling a heavy sled, just loaded down. Like I've only gone to 550 at the moment with my sled.
Okay.
Just not with a rope, just like working the
Right.
legs. Like yes, this is the first time doing a truck pull since the Achilles.
Right. Right. Well, you're doing that with a 500-pound sled. I think your Achilles is fine doing that. It'll make you a little nervous for a while, though.
Well, we're trying to, like, since we have all the guys coming this weekend, trying to set up a truck pull at the fire station. Like,
Nice.
I talked to them, like, just have to get the, approval from the fire chief is what I've understood.
Sure. Do you know anybody with like an F-350 or something? Or a big diesel truck like that? Like pickup
I can
truck?
find somebody. I'm in South.
So,
You are in Texas.
Yeah. So one of the tricks to that, like if you can't do it at the fire station, if you go get like an F-350 or something, and then you take a chain and put it around the trailer hitch on the back, and then put a tire on the ground, and then put a sandbag on the tire. It makes it exactly like the truck pull, especially a heavy one, because you're not going to get that much speed with the tire back there. You really won't, especially if the tire is about 100 pounds, and then you put a 250-pound sandbag on it. It's going to be good, solid work all the way through. Your first pull and your last pull is going to be miserable, but you're going to be able to pick up steam and get going just like you would with a bus or a heavy truck. So it's not a bad idea to try. I used to do that here all the time, during the middle of summer, and it was rough.
Yeah, definitely try. If we can't get the approval for the fire truck, try to set something like that.
So it's kind of cool because it doesn't involve a whole lot. It doesn't take a whole lot to do, but it's super taxing. Works really good. I mean, I found it works really good for me because I'm not that heavy. So
yeah. If you don't have the equipment, you try and set up something that's similar to that. Sometimes it's even better. Like I don't have this, and I just set up barbells. Like I don't know if you saw that setup for the Rogue Invitational.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. I liked how you did that. And you ended up beating everybody, didn't you?
By quite a bit of reps, like 4 reps.
I think that was pretty successful, I'd say. Smart.
I don't know. Yeah, like everyone else, all the other guys were in the back, just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, some of the girls, tried it and just like started freaking out and just like don't. She's like, I think it was Sam. I love Sam, but she was freaking out. She tried it and like her arm kind of like went out a little bit and just like like nope. And just like, don't you have any shoulder stability?
Well, yeah. The thing is, though, is you train with it. You started, lighter, and then worked your way to that. Not to mention, you're probably one of the best overhead pressers I've ever seen. Especially with the strict pressing power. You could use your legs or not use your legs. You're still going to press it. So it's fun to watch. It really is.
Thank you. I try and use my legs as much as I can. I don't know. Some people, like last year for the Flintstone lift, like people said, like you didn't use any of your legs or whatever, and just like there's a fun, like Eddie Williams, he made a funny video. Like he took a video of the sides, and then like he cut it to like what the music I was listening to, and just like some pop girl music.
Yeah.
But like from the video side, like you can actually see me get the 3/4 down, like quarter down, and fire up to do the press.
Yeah. But yeah, so it should be. Yeah, it's fun to watch a press. It really is. The Arnold was just. I still can't. That was just badass. I mean, plain and simple. That's just, and that's cleaning it too. I mean, that's having the stamina to clean that thing 5 times. So that's no.
We're that during the prep, like working up to heavy, double or triple, going back down for like a set of 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, smart.
To work on the conditioning.
Right. No, exactly. It's smart. It's real smart. It's just neat to see. Watch you just keep getting better and better and better. My personal opinion, I think you're the most underrated strongman there is out there. I really do. I think you can win any contest you get into. It's just going to kind of be what the events are. I really do. You're that good. It's just how things fall at that show and what the events are. I think the way the grip and the hand events are at this show, you get through that first event, I think you're going to do pretty darn good. What do you think of an 80-kilogram dumbbell, a 90-kilogram dumbbell, and a 100-kilogram dumbbell going into 65-pound barbell? For the medley, for the overhead medley and the qualifiers?
Well, yeah, that's but you went to kilos for the dumbbells, and you said the 160 pounds.
165, excuse me, 165 for the kilos. For the oopsies. Oh, you can do a 165-pound bar all day. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what do you think of that?
That's just going to be a speed event. Just like it's probably going to come down to 5 to 6 plus reps on the barbell. Fast with the dumbbells. Boom, 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 and then if you have the gas tank to go, the entire remaining time for the barbell.
Yeah. Are they going to make you stop and put the dumbbell on your shoulder, or can you figure out a way to almost snatch that up overhead?
I think you just don't ask the rules.
See, that's a veteran competitor right there. You don't ask, you wait till you get there, and then you go, okay, well, I'm going to practice this, and I'm going to practice this. So you practice them both, and then you go in there, and if you don't have to do it, yeah. I did that with Thomas Inch in the Giants Live in 2017. I just got it up here, got it here, let go with this hand, and took it and snatched it right up with one hand. So kind of crazy. But yeah, I think you can do that pretty easy.
Just practice the hard way, and then the competition, you
let it fly.
See what happens.
Let it fly.
But yeah, like did that today. Like don't have that much equipment, just one loadable dumbbell. So just like clean press each rep with that, and then ran over to the barbell and practice clean press with that. Did that today.
Yeah, but if you set the dumbbell at 100 kilos, which is 220, you do that 3 times, you're already gonna smoke the 3, and then you doing that barbell is gonna be a joke. It's just gonna be grabbing it and cleaning it pretty fast.
Yeah, practicing double overhand, so I don't have to clean the do the continental clean, over under, just working that, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. You can also do, I don't know if you've ever tried. Have you ever tried an over-under clean?
Like not the continental?
It's just like the continental, except for instead of pulling up to your gut, you pop it up as high as you can, then you just switch. You just move your hand over when you go to catch it at your shoulders. You might be able to.
Yeah, like I've a few times, like well, I've done the 4 axle for the Continental, like instead of like resting it on the gut and then flipping, and then shoulder. Like I've tried, clean like it from the ground to the gut, like flipping and then landing.
Yeah.
You know, might be something to do for the barbell too, like something to practice.
Yep. I think that would work pretty good with you if you train it and figure out how to get that movement down. That might save you a lot of time.
Exactly.
Because I think every second you can shave off that medley for you is going to be big points when you get to the press. Because I don't think you'll get tired pressing it. I think where it'll happen is it'll be cleaning it in the wobbly bar. That'll be your problem.
Yeah, like I do a lot of conditioning, like for strongman, like that is a little underrated. People like Chad always says better to have it and not
They
need
need
it.
it, not have it. Yeah, oh for sure. Hey,
like all of Chad prescribed sprints and all that stuff, but like I like to warm up with 10 minutes of echo bikes, just to loosen up and just to get the heart rate
sure.
going, get a sweat before the
Yeah,
warm up.
no, sure. Or you can just walk outside for a couple minutes and then walk in the garage, walk into the gym. Either way, you're gonna break a sweat where you're at.
Just you don't get any conditioning.
Right.
I don't know, like I never really had that bad a problem like going to the SMO. Like
Oh no, you killed it.
the only time, like with breathing and everything, like the only really time was when it was in Estes Park, where it's 8.
Everybody breathes heavy up
But-
there. There's no way around that. It's 7,700 feet. You're like,
But like I've had people come train in my gym before, and it's just like hard to breathe or whatever. And it's just like probably because the air is heavy, not thin. It's just heavy.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's humid.
Or where you're
Almost
at is thick.
every
It's thick.
like your breathing.
Yeah. Hey, question on the barbell though. When you're doing that, right? Using the big plates, right? What kind of bar are you using?
Texas Power Bar. Like that's what I'm using.
Is it an axle that you're going to have, or is it the barbells that they use? It's going to be the barbells, right? You know those things are really whippy, right?
They're also thicker,
but they're really whippy. They bounce all over the place.
You a deadlift bar?
Use a deadlift bar.
Should I put tape around it? Because like deadlift bar doesn't have a center nerve.
Yeah, put tape around it or get some Olympic plates. The Olympic collars, and put those on and squeeze them tight, and then tighten them up as tight as you can, and it won't rotate on you either. It'll be just like the thing that you're going to do.
But no, the sleeves will still rotate
On the barbell.
Yeah, on a.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So tape it, yes, tape it together so it won't move, and the sleeves won't roll.
But put tape around the center.
That too. That too, and liquid chalk. Liquid chalk.
Yeah, like,
on your belly.
I did that for the, freaking the Arnold. It's like it's like 80 degrees indoors, and just like it's like definitely gonna need some liquid chalk to keep from sweating through all this stuff.
It's a neat little trick that works.
Yeah. I don't know. I sweat no matter what though. Like that's what for the tombstone at the Arnold, like where it's like you got to use a tacky towel, whatever. It's like you put tacky towel on, doesn't really do anything. And like this went for the third rep, and like it was just slipping on my wrist. Couldn't get traction, any friction on it, and just like yes.
Yeah.
Had the strength, just not the the grip.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. When you get sweaty, it's just figuring out how to keep dry, keeping a towel near you too, and then keeping the tacky towel right next to you. Just get used to do it in training. Practice doing it in training. Like if you start getting wet, boom, 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 bam, 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 and then go again.
like during the competition, rubbing it like just but like still wasn't working.
Nah,
You know,
I know.
oh well,
it's all right. But
yeah, like probably try it. Like we had so last year during the qualifiers for Worlds, we had a press medley. It was 2 dumbbells, log, barbell, then axle, and like everyone was like freaking out for the Circus barbell, just like it's super oily, this and that. Like you gotta make sure, and like I got my hands on it, just like it feels normal. Like the first clean, like Continental cleaned it pretty easy, and so like this is actually pretty easy, and like I went to just power clean it, and just like it got a little off of me, like had to get it under control to be able to press it, and just like that's the only thing. Probably just went straight to the do the Continental clean to save that 2 seconds.
Yeah, but that's why I say switch to a deadlift bar to do those with, because it's going to be spongy like that. You'll pop it up there, you'll clean, you'll be ready and used to it.
Yeah, that'd be another training. Like
yeah. I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be fun going back to Myrtle Beach and hanging out with you guys. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah,
I really am.
We're gonna be staying with Chad out there.
Yep.
Yeah, all the old guys back
together.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I will not deny that I am not a spring chicken anymore, but it's okay. I still love it. I mean, I can still go pretty hard. I love doing what I do. So it's fun. What's that?
Not as old as Chad,
he's got 48 hours on me. So he's the old man. He's the first, I'm the third.
He also acts older than he actually
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah. I love that guy. He's hilarious. It's like without Chad, doing the contest that Chad had in Indiana, I got second and missed first by a point. He's like, go do Van's contest in Utah in a month. You just need some more experience. I'm like, yeah, okay. That's where I figured out I was good at the farmers, by the way, at his show. I think the farmers were like 330 and I just smoked everybody. And I was like, oh, cool. This is a fun event. I like this. And then go up to Utah, and I ended up winning and get my pro card like a month later. It was crazy. But it was a lot of fun, and he's had a pretty good influence on my career and stuff like that. So it's been, I love Chad to death. I really do. I'm glad he's been working with you for so long and keeps helping you, and you keep getting better. So I love it. Just absolutely love it, man.
Yeah, I met him at the first SMO in 2020 when it was in Bryan's Garden. He was, first met him there. Like no nonsense. Just told you like.
Oh yeah, he doesn't mince words. He does not mince words, and that's also why he's a good judge, because he's going to call it the same for everybody. So if he calls it hard for the first guy, it's going to be that hard for everyone. And that's kind of the big thing about a judge. You want him to be consistent. So it's a good thing. I try to be the same way. I mean, it's like I might not be quite as strict as him, but not far off. And look, if it's a good lift, it's a good lift. I mean, I'm not going to kill you, but if your hips aren't through and your shoulders, your knees are half bent, your hips aren't through, you're not going to get a down call from me. It's just, it's how it is. It's like
that's it.
Your knees to get your hips through. Your knees have to be straight. Once your knees are straight, you can get your hips through. Your hips will not go through with your knees bent. It's just how it is. So, and then shoulders back is always good too. That's not this stuff where everybody's hunched forwards. They get them through. So, but anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, Trey, how are you feeling going into with your prep, with your setup? How are you feeling going into Worlds this week, or not this week, but what I mean.
That was fast.
Yeah, for this prep.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I have some good training, some not as good. Just like trying to recover from the quick turnaround from the Arnold. But like last year the prep didn't go as well for some of the events, and then they were my best events at going to worlds. Just like got to have the prep is going to follow the programming, and it'll probably turn out pretty good. Like I said, like a little worried about the truck pull, but like you said, like training hard with a sled is going to be pretty good training. Like I don't have any issues, just feet get tight just because it's
Yeah.
event.
Do you have a rope
Yeah.
for truck pull?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a rope. It's about 70
Yeah.
feet.
Well,
So,
do it with your sled. Do the rope with your sled.
well, like I'm trying the legs at the moment, but yeah, if I'm gonna go heavy with the sleds, with the guys aren't here, like yeah, I'll set that.
Hey, one thing about the truck pull, don't forget to do one for speed too. Because what happens? I
Yeah,
mean, how many? They either get the truck right and it's brutal on everybody at Worlds, or it's super easy. Remember a couple years, the last time it was in Myrtle
yeah,
Beach, everybody was in
24. Yeah,
like the a second and a half of each other. They had 6 guys within a second and a half. So you need to,
the two guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you need to do
yeah,
both.
train both. Like that's what I'm doing. Like the lighter, lighter sets you go as fast as you
Hmm.
can, and you try as fast as you can when it gets
Exactly.
as it gets heavier.
Because most people don't realize when they do the bus pull, they let the air out of the front tires to make the thing hard. If everybody did the bus with full tires and everything else, it'd probably be done in about 23 seconds. That whole course would be,
I'm like
yeah,
2024.
it'd be pretty
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, so it'd be like really, really fast. So they're supposed to let the air out of the front tires for like 2 minutes plus. And then they test pull it and
Yeah.
then let some more air out and then test pull it. And if the tester can get it done at about a minute, or struggle really bad and not be able to finish, that's kind of what they look for. But I don't think they kind of did that well in the last time they did this bus. But I'm sure they'll fix that issue and the bus will be as fun as it should be for everyone.
Like
What's that?
like I don't know. Like I was gonna tell a story. Like I did an amateur competition that had a fire truck pull, and like the parking lot was so jammed. Like it, it hills on it. Like once you get it started, it'll hit a divot, and like you come to a grinding halt, and you get it out of the divot. You hit a little bump, and just like it was a struggle the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, there were 2 that I did that were just crazy. The one in Senya in China where the thing was broke and the if it wasn't run before it went, all the air went out of the air brakes. And so if they weren't pumped up and ready to go, they'd say go and the truck wouldn't move, which is what happened to me. It couldn't move,
Yeah.
couldn't roll, and then they figured that out later in the day. So, but
After
yeah, afterwards. Because I remember Adam got to go like twice when they figured it out. I was like, okay, cool. And then there was one.
were you in?
What's that?
Were you in 21 Worlds 2021?
Mm-mm. No, I don't think I was at 2021.
It was in the same location that had it last year, but like they tried using like they. So we were going to do a
Yes,
train
I remember
pull
that.
in the
Yeah,
qualifier,
you ended up doing a
but
push.
like yeah, it was so hot. Like they said the air brakes just wouldn't cooperate. Like one car would like release the air brakes from the one car, the other car would activate, and like they just couldn't get. Yeah, they just couldn't get it to cooperate. So like all right, like and so who I think it was first. It was
Hmm.
Johannes, this guy from Sweden. Like he was big, like 6'7", and then he went the full like minute or whatever, and just like couldn't get moved, and was like all right, like and then Evan Singleton, like he went after that, like well, like right after like he was about to go up, like hey, tell him to check the air brakes, and like I heard the air brakes go off right after they said I said that,
Hmm.
and just you know, Evan went for like a 30 seconds and it said like stop, and like they checked it, and that's when they figured out the air brakes were acting up. And then, you know, spent like 30 minutes while they tried to figure it out, and then it was like, all right, we're just going to push the one cart. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how they got to fix it on site, but that's strongman. I mean, things go right and things go wrong. You just got to make sure it's even for everybody. So, but
Yeah,
nothing's perfect.
exactly.
There was also one I did in South Carolina where we were pulling a fire truck, and there was like a little uphill portion at the beginning of it, and then they didn't drive the truck to get the grease moving and get it lubed up and moving. And I think the winning distance was 9 feet. Travis pulled it 9 feet and just killed himself doing it. And like the next closest person was like 8.5, and I think I went just a little over 8 feet with it, and that thing was just miserable. It just would not move. Just wouldn't.
Yeah.
But everybody runs into those every once in a while, so it's just it is what it is. But
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing you go, man. I
Well,
can't wait to come hang out with you and go eat a steak.
Yes.
But
We'll find some good food.
You'll eat 2, I'll eat 1. It's gonna be okay.
You're trying to come.
No. I'm holding between 295 and 290, pretty solid. So feeling good. Yeah,
That's good.
I'm feeling pretty good. So we'll see what happens after this and see what goes on. Pretty excited.
All right, Nick, we've actually hit that hour.
Okay.
So
all right, Trey.
What I'm saying? Trey, let the people know where to find you, and I'll put all the links on where you want them to go.
Yeah, Trey Big Thicket Mitchell on YouTube. Like upload every once in a while. Probably need to hop on it. Everyone says I need to upload.
You do.
Maybe I need to find my to upload training videos.
Oh yes.
Probably do.
Berserker Lifter on Instagram.
Yeah, probably do some cooking and eating videos too. People want to see how much you eat in a day. That would not be a bad one for you.
I've done that before. Like, uploaded me cooking breakfast one time, and like cooking breakfast, talking a little bit, and and eating a little bit, and just like, that was like the first time, like when I was trying to, restart my YouTube, and just like it got like 5,000 views. I don't know. I never check it, but it's just like, oh, this is actually doing pretty good and getting a lot of comments.
So do more. But do like a whole day of eating. Yeah. Like literally do a whole day of eating, cooking, and meal prepping. Even do grocery shopping, dude. People want to see what you're eating. Yeah. They want to learn from you. Probably do.
Pretty basic, but like I think we'll that's a good idea. Maybe when the guys come down, like we'll try and film some of us eating together.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Like, go
when we did that burrito in Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone, it always comes up.
If you got an all-you-can-eat place, go in there and see if you can close them down for the day when all you guys get there.
Try and find if we have any places around here.
Oh, I'm sure you.
We used to have a.
You used to have a what?
Ryan's. You remember that?
Yep.
Buffet place.
Yeah. That's cool.
We definitely have some Chinese food, but
yeah,
Chinese buffet.
You know what I'm saying? An all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. They're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. So
we definitely put one of those.
Yeah.
But
we had a small group one time. We I think it was like over 650 rolls between like 4 of us.
Yeah, they were not happy. They were.
Oh, they were walking by us like this.
they were not happy, and no, you must order, one at a time now. Like, but I can eat all these, and it's just taking longer and longer and longer.
They're trying to wait.
Yeah, and I was done. That one's. He was just packing them away. He's. Man, I don't know where he puts it.
Oh, I got a little bit of training.
Yeah. I don't know where I mean, you used to watch to eat the burrito. He was done with that 6-pound burrito in like 3 minutes. And we were both like sitting there looking at him turning green, trying to get the whole thing in. And he's just fine. He's like, just rubbing his belly, sitting there, you're like, come on, guys, hurry up. You know, we're behind.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. In my defense, I think I ate like a couple hours before. Didn't know we were gonna have the burrito.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, true.
My defense.
But the burrito was delicious. So, but all right, Trey.
Man.
Anybody want to give a shout out to? Because everybody knows you train with Chad. So what else?
Yeah. Like, you know, some sponsors like SBD, you know, like they take care of me, give me good, you know, good equipment, you know, helps support me. Yeah. I got my supplement sponsor. They're really good. Build Fast Formula. They're out of South Dakota. Really good products. If you like one, their like protein is 80-20 is 80% casein and 20% whey protein. So
okay.
You know, don't see a lot of companies that have something like that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
And then also meat sponsor. I have a meat sponsor, John Henry Meats out of Michigan. They're all organic, grown and everything. Or you know, no GMOs or growth hormones in their meats. You know, really good steaks. You know, really good ground beef and all that stuff.
Nice.
Helps keep fed and well fed.
How many boxes of that do you get a month sent to you?
Yeah, I go through 20 pounds in maybe a week and a half or so.
That's awesome. Well, you know, go give Trey a hand and go check out that meat company and SBD and the supplement company as well. Go check those out because they support Trey. And you got anything else, Trey?
No, it's just thanks for having me on,
always.
guys. You know, look for a couple of weeks.
I love you, bud. I can't wait to see you at World's Strongest Man, and it's gonna be fun to hang out and just BS with you, just sit and talk. So, looking forward to it, man. You're one of my favorite people, bud.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. You too.
Thank you. All right. So if you like this show, please like, show, and subscribe. Please go follow Trey Mitchell on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And as always, thanks, Ben, for doing everything that you do. Angry Dad, if you got to find him on any of the internet stuff. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. And we'll see you next time.